Shopping wasn't hard enough. You wouldn't believe what you're seeing at your local Target. Look at this tweet. I try to stay out of Target as much as possible, but this is the very first thing you see when you walk in the store right now. It's displayed there because they want kids to see it. It's all programming everywhere you go. Stay out of Target. It's obnoxious. Look, and you see all of the stuff. You just got to watch this clip. Let me play it. Watch.
Target, because I heard that their new Pride collection was out. So let's take a look. This is a special swimsuit. It is invented for tucking. Live, laugh, lesbian. Are they amoebas? These don't even look like people. Queer. This right here. These are baby clothes. They say that grooming isn't happening, then why are there Pride baby onesies? Trans people will always exist. This is the ugliest shirt I've ever seen. I don't care if you're queer. Why would you wear this? This is ugly. Kids going to a pride parade. You got a little pride skirt for your kid. Super queer. It's like a superpower. Honestly, Target, what is going on? This is pretty disgusting. A whole collection for...
Okay, look, it goes on and on. But look, this isn't over. Look, of all things, Skittles has gotten into it. Look at this. Their early start on Pride Month with their lesbian, queer, trans, gay Skittles. You know, this is why I stick with peanut M&Ms, because I haven't, God, please protect peanut M&Ms, because you're shaking, my wife is shaking her head at me.
M&Ms no.
M&Ms are no too? All right, I guess I'm going on a diet. All right, so there you go. So much is happening. Let me go to you, Luke Ball, out of this. What is going on? Has the world gone nuts?
Well, it has, but we're going to be shopping at Chick-fil-A, Buc-ee's, and maybe eating Dots pretzels for the rest of our lives. So We're going to be all right. We're going to survive. It's going to be okay. But to the larger point of how they're pushing this trans agenda onto our children, it breaks my heart. I've said it so many times before. Why is it so important that the left get to our children? And why is it so important to Christians that we care about this? It's because children are a picture of salvation. They are God's gift to us to show how childlike faith can lead to eternal salvation in Jesus Christ. I was reading in Romans chapter 1 today, and a lot of times preachers point to this verse on a stance that Christians have on homosexuality and this agenda, but I saw a couple things that I had not thought of in a while, because there is a guarantee in Romans chapter 1. Romans chapter 1 verse 25, where does it start out? Where does this whole agenda come from? It says that they exchanged the truth of God for a lie. That's what's happening in our society. We remove Christianity and the Bible from our classrooms. We replace it with humanism. We fill this void of wanting to worship something. Instead of worshiping God, we worship ourselves. And so they've got that guarantee in there. And then over in verse 26, it says, because of this, God gave them over to shameful lust. In verse 2 of chapter 2, now we know that God's judgment against those who do such things is based on truth. So we're not just exchanging an agenda, a Christian agenda, for a woke agenda. We're not just exchanging teaching our children the principles of the Bible for teaching them woke, horrific transgenderism. We are exchanging the truth for a lie collectively as a society, not as Christians when I say we, but I mean the United States of America. And it's why we're pushing so hard back on it, because we're so deeply passionate, not just about this next generation, but for the people who are involved in it right now, because the Bible tells us there is redemption for those people if they just see the truth through the law and are pointed back to the grace through Jesus Christ that is offered freely from the one who gives us eternal life.
Excellent. When you see this, I know this book, Woke Jesus, I'm sure you probably hit it all in there, but I want to understand, is this where the church has failed with this generation? Because it seems like for most of us, we kind of knew it was out there, but then suddenly, within the last 2 years, and I'm sure it's this administration, they feel like the progressives are in charge. They can push this agenda down our throats. But it's not just outside the church, it's inside the church as well, Lucas.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, first off, I think it's important to understand when we're talking about the corporate side of this, that ESG scores and CEI scores and all of these things are a major factor in this. We look at this and we say, are these companies this stupid that they're gonna put this, ad campaign out there and lose, 25% of their business? They're not that stupid. They're doing this for very specific reasons, and it gives them access to, better funding or liquid capital because of the rewards are associated with ESG and CEI. So, this is an all-out assault on absolute truth, on the created order, and Christians have to wake up to this. We were behind when it came to, I think, the abortion issue, gay marriage, etc., and we're already behind on this issue as believers. It's really important that we educate ourselves and that we're able to stand for the truth and always be prepared to give an answer when we're asked.
This was the most disturbing video I've seen to date, because what do you want to attack the American male, heterosexual male? This is how you do it. Watch this. You're not going to believe this ad. Watch. Okay. I know there are guys wincing all across America right now going, no, say it ain't so. Ford going woke. Lucas Miles, I think you need to write another book, Woke Auto.
It might be time. It really might. Look, I think this is another perfect example. I just don't believe that companies are this stupid. And so when you look at this and you see each company losing money every single time they do this, we have the saying, go woke, go broke. Why does it keep happening? There is incentives that are taking place. There has to be something happening behind the scenes that most Americans are not aware of that continues to make it beneficial for these companies to make these ads and to go in this direction, to jump into the political side of this pool. And so it's sad to see a company like Ford do this, this great American company that has so much history in our nation. But again, we have to respond to that, and I think it's very important. Look, you almost can't even buy a car anymore without funding a company that's going in this direction. It's really sad.
Yeah, you know who didn't do that? Toyota. They didn't give to BLM. They're not, at least unless something happened in the last week. I haven't seen that. John Solomon, let me go back to you. Automakers. Now we know for a fact that this is the woke, the gay agenda is very heavily influencing Hollywood. I mean, it's very difficult to make a film, to make any type of movie without forcibly, you want to get funding, you have to use so many gay people, so many trans and all this stuff. But is it really gone this far over into corporate America?
It has. I mean, listen, it's in every part of government right now. The FBI has happiness sessions right now so that agents can find their inner happiness instead of solving crimes. This level of touchy-feely liberal indoctrination is spread far and wide in every aspect of it. I see it in almost everything I cover right now. It probably is a fad. It probably is, one of the things when you look at the American experience is whenever we stretch too far in one direction or the other, the gravity of the constitutional republic, the gravity of the American people has a way of bringing us back to our common senses. And right now, I think the pendulum is about as far stretched out as it's going to go. And there is some signs that the magnet and the gravity of common sense in America is starting to pull that back. It isn't just the economics of companies getting punished for making decisions that don't match their customers' wishes. There are many other things. The school board movement, the Glenn Youngkin win in Virginia a couple of years ago. These are wake-up calls that the silent majority aren't going to stay silent much longer.